Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Let's Play Metroid Prime for the Nintendo Gamecube because my Wii is still out of commission, so I can't enjoy the luscious, orgasmic goodness that is Metroid Prime Trilogy. But, that aside, we're going to start this game up. Now, I've been getting a couple of questions as to why I've been deciding to do this game, and the answer for that is pretty simple. Metroid Prime is a game that I have a lot of attachment to as a Metroid player. It was pretty much the one Metroid game, first and foremost, hint system off, because I'm not a fucking pussy. Anyways, hard mode. It was pretty much the one of the Prime series that had that real feel to it. The real, authentic Metroid feel. Unidentified distress beacon has been tracked to a derelict space vessel in orbit above Talon 4. Now, as I recall, this is the space frigate Orpheon, which is controlled by the space pirates. Now, if you have, I don't know if it's the PAL version or a later version of this. I'm using just the regular player's choice version for the GameCube. If you have like a later version of this or the PAL version, or in recent cases, the trilogy version, then you're treated to this sweet little narrative, which I'm unfortunately not going to be able to do. I've been contemplating maybe putting this off until I have a Wii again so that I can use the trilogy controls, but I figured, why the fuck not? This is the only game that I have the inspiration to actually go through and play. So. And here we are. That spaceship belongs to the one and only bounty hunter, Samus Aran, who is my favorite Nintendo character, but we'll talk more about that later. Metroid's for the mature players. Zelda, Mario, those are for kiddie people. But Samus, there we go. You know, this game's graphics were absolutely gorgeous. They rivaled some of the best-looking games that were released on the brand new Xbox at the time. This was the most gorgeous-looking game that I had seen for quite a lot of years from a Nintendo console, and it's only recently that they're starting to sort of surpass it. But this is probably my favorite game of all time for the GameCube, just because I'm a Metroid junkie. Oh, let's see what I did there. Lols. Anyways, start off by shooting these targets off, which I'm sure you can see, so I'm not going to be going into that much of a commentary. This is live, by the way, guys. My first actual live Let's Play that I'm going to complete. Anyways, do a little bit of aiming here, if I can hit it. Anyways, start off. We got a nice little decent supply. We have missiles, 15 of them to be exact. We have bombs. We have the morph ball. We have the basic various suit. So it's the general setup. Now there's some things that you're going to be finding uses for this new visor system that was introduced in the Prime games, obviously, since it's 3D, not 2D. The only visor in recent Metroid history besides that was the X-ray visor, which may or may not make an appearance in this game. Check that out in a future episode. But we have power beam, the charge beam, but one of the important aspects of this game for completion purposes, especially if you're wanting to get the artwork, is scan visor, which allows you to scan wildlife, see maybe how things died, if it's a corpse, or find out weak points for certain enemies. Although in all but one case, high levels of radiation detected. In all but one case, you're going to be finding the weak points automatically aimed. There's only one boss in this game that actually changes the weak point that you auto-target onto, which I thought was kind of disappointing. Gave kind of a lack of purpose for the scan visor besides just basic. Oh, you can't bomb it? Gotta use the charge beam. I like to go around with the morph ball just because I'm pimping. I always thought it was a little bit faster. So lots of speedrunners, I guess, decide to go on the morph ball, especially after you get an addition to the morph ball, which makes you perhaps boost a little faster. But every time you go into a room that has glowy shit, you essentially just do it with a scan visor, and you get little explanations for things. Parasite queen specimens have become volatile on deck beta. That's interesting. But we come to the first of many, many map stations. Anybody from Super Metroid should recognize what this is. This was so welcome in the Metroid series after Super Metroid. You have no idea how annoying it was to walk around mindlessly like a stupid motherfucker, not have any idea where you're going, ask 2 hours into the Let's Play, where the fuck am I going? Of course, you did that in Super Metroid if you hadn't found the map station yet, but at least they had a map station. But no! Not Metroid 1 and 2. Metroid 2 was especially notorious for being really fucking confusing. Just because it was black and white, and there was very little music to be had in the game. What music there was pretty good, but there was no identifying areas. You know, there was no Norfair, no Brinstar, no Turian. It was just one giant place. But this isn't Metroid 2. This is Metroid Prime, which takes place between Metroid 1 and 2, just for the non-buffs of the Metroid series. So this is the second game, chronologically, in the Metroid story. Going around scanning stuff with my visor, because that's what I'm doing. I'm a cartographer. Let's see, we're at 6 minutes 45 seconds so far, so we're pretty good. Let's see, Space Pirate, but it didn't give us any updates. We won't get any updates on Space Pirate scan data until we actually find some healthy ones, which won't be for quite a long time, thank God, because they're pretty nasty motherfuckers right now. After mutation, the carapace of the larva becomes rigid. Yes, they're talking about the parasites, but they still fall in one hit to the power beam, because Samus is Pippin. She's got extra firepower. Rejection of Phazon compound. Phazon? What's that? Transference Phazon batch complete. They're talking about this weird Phazon substance. Who knows what it is? I don't know. Does anybody know what Phazon is? I never know. But this room is secure. Now, they have this little fire missiles thing for a very good reason, because, oh, here's an enemy. It's an auto turret. Use missiles to break outer casing. Well, since we're in hard mode, enemies take less damage, and you take more damage. As I recall, to start off, enemies actually do, quote-unquote, level up as the game progresses, like, they become stronger. And by level up, I mean auto defense turrets, they would take like 3 or 4 missiles in some later cases. But for now, they only take 2, because we're in hard mode. Because that's how I play. I play in hard mode without hints, bitches. New pirate data. Ooh, pirate data into the logbook. Zebes has fallen. All ground personnel are presumed dead, either killed by the hunter clad in metal. They don't actually know much about Samus yet, because that was their first tangle with her. Or in the subsequent destruction of the underground facilities. Our research frigates, Orpheon, Sirius, and Valparaigan, were in orbit at 0 hour and managed to retreat. Frigate Orpheon is now docked at Vortex Outpost. Orpheon's cargo appears to have a 100% survival rate. Metroids are healthy. Metroids? Oh no! But on restricted feeding schedules due to uncertain supply status. We're ready to begin research on the Metroids and other promising life forms. Security status remains at code blue. No signs of pursuit from the hunter. Well, not anymore! But... Oh! Xenotrophic life form. That looks like, judging from the biology, it looks like those hopper enemies from earlier Metroid games. Better steer clear of those. But looking around, it looks like these guys are doing experimentation on biological life forms. Can we stop it? Oh no! H.C. Bailey rep off for the win! This is Lancun, playing Let's Play Metroid Prime. See you guys in the next episode. Have a good day!